It's been about a month since Apple released these brand new AirPods 2. Now, you're still debating whether you should get them or not, but now that there are 3 different options to choose from, which one should you go for? So let's get these 3 options out of the way first before we get into any more of the technical stuff. At the time of making this video, there are 3 different options to choose from. There's the original AirPods, which sells for around $140 to $150, the new AirPods 2 without wireless charging at $159, and the new AirPods 2 with wireless charging at $199. Now that's a lot of money for a pair of earphones, and while sure there are far more expensive earphones out there in the market, those other earphones are also not as small and seamless as Apple's AirPods. These new AirPods haven't changed much from its predecessor. It physically looks and feels the same on hand. The satisfying clicks when opening the AirPods are still here despite the very small and unnoticeable hinge redesign, and the way it charges inside the case is exactly the same. So what exactly are you paying for these new versions, and is it even worth upgrading to the new ones? Let's go over the first generation AirPods first before we talk about the new ones. The still somewhat expensive AirPods 1, like some people would say, are just average sounding earphones, and while they're right, it's really not all that bad from a truly wireless earphone standpoint. Sound quality is decent, there's plenty of bass here and it's not overdone, mids and highs are just okay, although not the worst in the market. Now, AirPods was one of the very first truly wireless earphones that didn't have a huge clunky case, a design that didn't make you look like a robot, and it's also the first pair of Bluetooth earphones that made connecting to a device so seamless thanks to that W1 chip. Now that alone made the AirPods such an iconic piece of tech, the simplicity and seamless way to connect to an Apple device. With the second generation AirPods, we get all of that and a little bit more. Now, Apple mentioned on their website, and I quote, "Powered by the all-new Apple H1 headphone chip, AirPods deliver a faster and more stable wireless connection to your devices, up to 2 times faster when switching between active devices, and 1.5 times faster connection time for phone calls. The H1 chip also drives voice-enabled Siri access and delivers up to 30% lower gaming latency, so whether you're playing games, listening to music, or enjoying podcasts, you'll experience higher quality sound." Now, with all of that means in the real world is that you should notice the new AirPods connect to your iPhone, Mac, or other iOS devices a lot quicker, and you should also see less latency between the audio and the visuals you're seeing on screen. You also now have access to Siri hands-free by saying Siri, and you can ask her to do some Siri things. Now all of that is thanks to that new H1 chip found on the new AirPods 2. You'll also get longer battery life when taking phone calls, but that's pretty much it in the battery department. When it comes to sound quality, myself and a few other people haven't noticed a huge difference in quality between the first generation AirPods and the newer AirPods 2. However, this could all just be a placebo effect, but we all did notice a very slight, really small difference in clarity on the newer pair. But it's nothing that you'll really notice day to day. So those are the main differences between the two. But which one should you pick up if you're a first-time buyer? With the 3 different options to choose from, it's pretty hard to say what you're looking for. With the $199 AirPods 2, you get wireless charging, which if you haven't fully adapted to the wireless charging life, it's a game changer. But if wireless charging isn't your jam and prefer to top off using Lightning, then there's a $159 version, and that's what you should look into. And if you ever just change your mind about wireless charging, Apple sells just the wireless charging case for $79. In conclusion, I don't think there's a reason to pick up the first generation AirPods unless you find it at a really deep discount. But if it's only a few dollars difference between that and the AirPods 2, I would definitely suggest shelling out those extra bucks and pick up the AirPods 2.
Hey everyone, did you guys like that video? Be sure to click on that like button so we can create content that we know that you guys want to see. And follow Apple Insider on all social media channels. If you want the best prices on any Apple gear, check out the Apple Insider price guide that is updated daily. And until next time, we'll see you later.